Kuzambo Garlu. So I'm with Mr. Kile Dorji, the head of competition department. So Mr. Kile, in this BFF AFC club licensing workshop and educational program today, so how crucial do you think this workshop is in impacting professional football in Bhutan?
Okay, thank you. The club licensing is very important for clubs to have the club's structure. And today's we are conducting this workshop because the club, they have to have a educational program in their licensing system. So now this year we have been conducting, and now from next year the club must do by their own to have their own educational program and SR program. So this is very important because if they fail in this system, then they will be not issued with the licensing.
Mr. Killer, what are the main challenges Bhutan faces in organizing competitive football tournaments?
I would say firstly the infrastructure for the clubs. The clubs, they don't have the good infrastructures like the professional clubs. And secondly, with the human resource, and also the clubs are not getting the sponsorship within Bhutan, so they have to go outside of Bhutan to have sponsorship. And the main thing, the challenges we're facing is all depends on the infrastructure, human resource, and maybe with the club licensing online, the clubs, they are coming up with the structures now.
So the final question, Mr. Kile, so are there any plans to expand the competition format to engage more teams or more regions?
Yeah, we have expanded our district league in more. We have expanded more districts, and more districts are participating in the district league. And for the top division league, yes, we have a plan. We have a 4-year strategy plan for competition, where we will be expanding the clubs in coming years. So we have 10 clubs for men's and women's this year, and maybe down the line 2 to 3 years, then we have a plan, and if the strategy plan works, then yes, by 2 to 3 years we will have more than 10 teams in the league.
With Ms. Kunzang Shotan, the club licensing officer. So Ms. Kunzang, so how does this workshop help clubs understand and adapt to the new licensing requirements?
Before the club licensing, this educational program workshop was done by Bhutan Football Federation. But now from this year, this year criteria, when this is fulfilled, the club, they have to do by themselves. First of all, this educational program, we have certain criteria. In this educational program, it comes under sporting criteria, which is of S04 under B category, and under education program we have three education workshop. First we have sport integrity, then we have laws of the game, and then we have anti-doping. So any workshop they have a documentation to upload in club licensing. So after uploading the AFC, they will see the documentations and all for the license.
What are the key areas the important aspects clubs need to focus on for compliance with club licensing and the educational program? What are the important things?
The important things in under Football Federation, the club licensing, the anti-doping law, the laws of the game, and the topic game, the sports integrity, which is really important and relevant to club licensing. Since the club Naluro, when they play for the tournaments and all, the most important topics so where the club can be aware of these things, and they can go on smoothly.
I'm with Mr. Theong Tashi, the head of Safety and Security Department, as well as the Integrity Officer. And Mr. Theong, how important is it to have sessions on integrity in football at workshops like this?
First of all, thank you. And it's very important to have a session on integrity in football with the club because in such workshop, because usually we don't get time to meet up with them and convey the message how important is the integrity in football because now in globally scenario we are facing so much of match fixing, match manipulations, and it is rising. So to tackle this problem, we need to have a session on integrity in football.
So, Mr. Theong, what steps are being taken to address match fixing, match manipulation in Bhutanese football?
The steps that have been taken in Bhutanese football on match fixing and match manipulations, what we do is we conduct a small workshop with the clubs and we do advocacy. We sign an integrity bond before the teams play the tournaments, and we are drafting a policy with law governing agencies working closely with the anti-corruptions and coming up with different solutions so that we can tackle this problem, the match fixing and match manipulation. Yes.
So I'm with Mr. Nima Gelson, a member of the Anti-Doping Committee. So Mr. Nima, why is it important to address anti-doping education in workshops like this?
Thank you. The main objective of anti-doping program is to safeguard the health of the athletes, and number two is to ensure level playing field of fair play, and number three is to uphold the spirit of the sports. So be it any sports, it's very important that we protect the health of athletes to ensure the level playing field. So in this regard, the anti-doping program is trying to ensure that any competition or sports participation is fair to everyone and athletes' health are protected. That's why in any sports organizations, anti-doping education is very essential.
Thank you, Mr. Nima. Now, you mentioned that anti-doping is really important. Now, what challenges do you face in enforcing anti-doping rules, especially in sports in Bhutan?
I would like to say there's a lot of misconception. Most feel that anti-doping program just belongs to Bhutan Anti-Doping Committee, but I would like to say to ensure clean sports or to enhance anti-doping program in the country, it has to be a collective responsibility of all the stakeholders, including Bhutan Anti-Doping Committee, Bhutan Olympic Committee, national sports federations, the clubs, the coaches, the managers, athletes. Everyone has their role to play to ensure that the anti-doping program is effective and sustainable for the benefit of the athletes and sports in general.
I'm with Mr. Ugendoji, the head of referee department, and we're here at the BFF AFC Club Licensing Workshop and Educational Program today. So, Mr. Ugen, how important is this workshop in understanding the laws of the game?
Thank you, first of all, giving me this opportunity to share my views. And then this is very important for our department to share our laws of the game new changes from 2024 and 2025, so that when they are preparing for their upcoming tournaments, they will be updated with the new changes, so that they will be on the same page with the referee decision also.
Thank you, Mr. Ugen. Now, the last question, Mr. Ugen, how do you think or how do you plan to educate clubs and players on maintaining respect for referees and their decisions?
This is one thing very challenging in our field itself is challenging for us as a referee, and then when they go in the field there is a challenge for not being consistency, but still then we are trying to narrow out the gap, and then for that I think club and players should also understand the scenario of the situation and incidents taken by the referees.
So I'm with Kenzang Dema, the team captain of RTC Women's Football Club. So Kenzang, how important do you think this workshop was?
I think it's very important, and it's going to be very useful for me and my team, as I got to learn about anti-doping, sports integrity and laws of the game, and it will help me and my teammates, as I will be sharing my knowledge that I've gained from this workshop with my teammates.
Buenos tardes, Coach Ardio, who is the head coach of Paro FC and who is one of the participants today in this workshop. So, Coach, how do you think the club licensing program as well as the education program that have been discussed in the workshop right now will impact your club or football in Bhutan?
Well, these kind of events are very, very important, right? Because give guidance for the clubs and give the inspiration how to do right the things. So it's kind of very educational for everyone, and also give the chance to give independent way to do it. So now I think we are going a touch from MA towards the clubs, but then the clubs are ready for do it on a quality way. So it's very good.
Thank you, Coach. Now, the final question, Coach. What do you hope to gain from this workshop and how would you apply it to your role in football?
Well, the contents are we having today here are very important. Actually, to talk about the fair play of the game, to the integrity, and still we are performing other contents right now that will be the loss of the game and so on. Is something that need to be always reminded for us. You know, we know all these things, but it's the reminder is the main aspect, and like that, we are keeping that beautiful sport clean and that beautiful sport in the best of the ways and the image. So it's very important for us, and we apply daily, reminding ourselves the importance of that concept.
Gracias, Coach. Thank you so much,
Thank you very much.
and welcome to Bhutan.
Thank